Hi, so this is introduction to the Westfield. So you have to excuse the garage, I'm afraid it's raining outside typically. So let's see what we can do from in here. Right, okay, so Westfield. All the stickers are transfers, so they can peel off. You have the additional driving lights you can see here below, which are separately controlled inside. All the suspension is adjustable. It's got reasonably good condition, as you can hopefully see all the wishbones and everything. It's all it was all powder coated from new, and it's all in fairly good condition. The aluminium uprights, the discs, which you probably can't see, but you will do at some point, is hardly worn at all. Maybe that's a better angle. What else? Carbon fibre nose cone, the number plate, which you can probably just about see here, is hingeable, so it's designed for speed bumps, anything that hits that. Okay, moving on to the back, the cockpit I'll come to. The rear of the car, let me go for it. So it's the rear of the car, you've got the fog lights, you've got this rear diffuser which runs underneath the car. The rear parcel shelf, there isn't a container here, but if you go to the left hand corner you can just lift it up with your fingers and you can see it's attached down by Velcro. Inside here is the fire extinguisher on a very nice little bracket. Obviously, to use the fire extinguisher before, say, a track day or something, you would remove the pin. A fuel tank, you can see the diff and suspension, again adjustable. The fire extinguisher exhausts into the cabin, the cockpit area, and also the engine bay. And obviously this is the extinguisher lever on the side, but obviously keep in mind you have to pull out the pin first. Right, okay, into the interior. Seatbelt seats. Date is 22, so lots of life in them. They were new last year. Pads are brand new. And onto the cockpit. The seat belts, I don't know if you've used these before, but basically you just flip the lever and all they pop out, and then they just literally click back in when you want to use them. Okay, I'm just going to leave them out so I can get in the car. Getting in is probably a feet then bum. Right, inside the car, you have to the left here a battery isolator switch, which just comes out, goes back in. That's to isolate the battery. You've got here also a battery 12 volt, which you can use for GPS satellite, but also quite handy to charge the car up when you're not using it. Okay, various gauges. You've got petrol, turbo boost, temperature, voltmeter, all work fine. You've got an activation for the water sensor, you've got a horn, you've got various alarm indicators, speedometer, and so on. The keys going down the bottom here, just here. The whole collection here. The towed immobilizer aerial is just behind here where the key fob is, so you'll find that actually by putting the key in you should automatically disable it. Here you can see the running lights on. To switch off the running lights you could just switch it like that, and the main beam is all the way down. Obviously fog lights on the left. I would probably suggest to leave the running lights on for the moment. We have up top a handbrake indicator, and we have the rev counter indicator lights. What else do we have? The indicators, and here are just simple toggle. As you can hear, there's a buzzer and a flashing LED just to warn you that it's on. The same the other way, other LED indicating it's on. Start the car is very simple. You put your foot on the clutch and just turn the ignition. Oh. To change gears, you would use the pedals to go up and down, and when you leave it to put in neutral, you just a slight lift on the right hand one and that middle light comes on. There you go, indicating neutral. You can switch this off because it makes a lot of noise. So to change gears from neutral, so that's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and again back down again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So again, that neutral is that middle one, so you can see the changing indicator. Go back down. Okay, right, what else do we have? That's the fire extinguisher again. Carbon fibre covers. Underneath here at the back, behind the central console, is a tyre puncture repair kit. It's quite compact, it's quite neat, but it's quite good, made of little valves and stuff. Have a look at it when you get it. What else is there? As I said, carbon fibre dash. You've got this carbon fibre insert which has been done. You've got the carbon fibre seats, you've got the carbon fibre side panels, you've got the carbon fibre floor. Pretty much everything that could be carbon fibre is, apart from the body shell. Right, switch that all off. The fan, by the way, there are some switches down here for the fan, extra if you want the fan. At the moment the fan is set to be running all the time. Probably not needed, to be honest, but it is what it is. So you can switch that off so it only comes in when you need it, when the engine gets really hot. I just like it running all the time. Also same with the water injection. You can have it so that it's live all the time, or it only comes in when the engine needs it. I keep it live all the time for obvious safety reasons. And here's the water injection light. That'll come on when it's active. You've got some inlet temperature coming up here, and let's actually show you the engine brake. Right, you've got the carbon fibre mirrors adjusted by, there's a little nut on the back you can release. 2 nuts on the back actually. You release, you get the Allen key, slacken it off, you can adjust it how you want it to be. Right. Right, the engine hood is removed by these side keys. Simple turn 90 degrees. I've already done the other side. You then just lift it up. I'll try to do this with the camera. And here's the engine bay. Right, okay, so the side hood obviously locks in at these locking points, both sides. Make sure it's done up when you've gone in to do the engine bay checks. And there you get a torch. Right, okay, so here's the engine bay. Switch on a torch, maybe help out with the light a bit. Right. Okay, so what you've got a filter here. That was new last year, doesn't need to be replaced. All the hoses and everything were new one last year. don't need to be touched or fine. You've got the oil catch tank, which was replaced last year. That's all new. That's fine. As you can see, it's got nothing in there. And you've got obviously all the steel braided hoses, everything going down there. Brake fluid. Don't think you can see down there, but that's okay level. It's fine in that. It doesn't move. You've got here then the temperature switch for the fans. This is the water tank. It uses bog standard effectively windscreen wash methanol fluid. Very simple. You just undo the cap and pour it in. As you can probably see, it's pretty much brim full now. It doesn't use very much at all. There is a level, quick visible level indicator there, that you can just have a quick see how it's doing. I don't think you'll find it uses much at all. It just uses it on the maximum boost at high speeds, high revs. Yep. So what else we got? We got the in there you can see the protection from the heat. You've got the exhaust wraps. That was all brand new last year. That's all done. This was done by Whole Schult, by the way, the conversion. You've got the Aqua Mist water injector system there, the fuel pump, and moving forward, obviously your water fluid for the radiator. It's an upgraded radiator in there. You've got down in there, you can just about maybe see it at the bottom. You've got the battery. It's a small battery, obviously for lightweight and bike engine, and that's the reason why I use the connection in the front. It's quite hard to get to it. Right, now down to check the engine oil level, which is one of the things I wanted to show you, was the actual sight glass, because the bike engine is down this side of the engine. Okay, so what you will have to do, I don't think I can do this holding many things at once, is, which I'm including in the box which is coming with you, is a little mirror. Very simple. You put it down in there, get a torch, and you can just shine the torch onto it and you can see the level. It's quite simple, but you can't do it holding a camera. But anyway, that's going in the box as well. Now the sight glass is on this side of the engine at the bottom. And whilst we're talking about the oil, let me get the torch going again. There is the filter. What the builder had done, John Cobb, is that he had moved the filter from the engine and used the remote adapter to place it here, mainly because to get access to that side of the engine is going to be an absolute nightmare. So quite sensibly he's moved it to there, which makes changing the oil really easy. You just obviously need to watch out for spills. That is something that's going to be not need to be changed for a while. It was done last October, which was 100 miles away ago. What else do we have down here? Horn, radiator fan, various connections, electrical stuff. The wiring harness was redone last year and reloomed. As you can probably just about see, it's all brand new there. It's all, I think, quite nicely finished with the engine bay. Let's go around to the other side, see if there's anything here. So yeah, we've got the normal leads, coils. As you can see, all the hoses have been brand newly replaced last year. There's hardly any rust at all anywhere, to be honest. What, as a good angle, you can see what the builder had done is that he's cut the openings into the side panels of the body shell and created these fiberglass, or got made up these fiberglass carbon fibre side pods, as that enables a greater engine cooling to get the heat out the engine bay. As you probably imagine, this thing produces a bit of heat with the turbo on the side as well. There's the exhaust. Exhaust is carbon fibre as well. He had these aluminium brackets made up attached to the original points. This is quite a lot longer than normal, so it'll be quite a lot quieter than normal. The turbo itself will make it a bit quieter. You can see in there just about the turbo next to the exhaust manifold. Everything's heat shielded from the most critical bits. Another carbon fibre shield. The exhaust is lagged. This should be repackable. I've never done it myself, having only done 100 miles, but it looks like it should be. Again, wing mirrors and the scuttle. I think that's about it really. There's a ton of paperwork which you'll need to go through and have a look at, with masses and masses of instructions on setting up everything from the camber to pretty much everything you could want in the car. What else is there? Obviously that's a little sensor, warning sensor for the level as well. And that's about it, I think. On this side we've got the seats, traditional fixing points. You've got the rear additional brake lights, high level. They do quite simply come off if you wanted to, just remove the bolts. The lead is hidden down the back of it. Probably a good idea, because otherwise you've just got the bottom lights. And that's it really. Enjoy the car and have a good time. Alright, thanks.